Hey, what's up guys? So today I was looking around the inside of my fridge and around the kitchen, and I noticed I had all the necessary ingredients to make some Taiwanese popcorn chicken. So I decided to go out and make it with mushrooms instead. Got my car keys, hopped in my car, went to the Asian grocery store, came back home, transitioned to some B-roll. Alright, enough of that. Let's get started. So the first thing we gotta do is tear these mushrooms up into bite-sized pieces. Just keep in mind that when they're done cooking, they will shrink to about 3/4 of their original size. The reason why we're not cutting them is because we want these mushrooms to get a little rough around the edges. Kinda like as if these mushrooms have seen some The rough edges create more surface area for the cornstarch and oil to adhere to, and it'll get a lot crispier in the air fryer this way. After we're done tearing up the shrooms, we're going to add some cornstarch to a large mixing bowl. Slow motion cornstarch sprinkling, and I'll continue to whisper for the rest of the video for you ASMR fans. Just kidding. After mixing around a sprinkling of salt to the cornstarch, we're going to coat the mushroom pieces all around with the starch. Then put your mushrooms in your air fryer in a single layer. They can be sort of close together or touching. It doesn't really matter because they'll shrink a bit anyway. I sprayed some oil on my mushrooms while they're in the basket, but you can also toss your shrooms in a bowl with oil after you've coated them with the cornstarch. I set my air fryer to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and total cooking time will be about 15 minutes, non-preheated, and we'll be checking on these bad boys at the halfway mark. During this time, I like to tear off some fresh Thai basil leaves and also prepare the seasoning mix that we'll be sprinkling on our mushrooms after they're done crisping up. The spice mix is just 2 parts salt, 1 part 5 spice, 1 part white pepper, half part sugar, and some optional chili powder. Mix everything up and set it aside for later. Also, I just wanted to point out that this seasoning is just a Taiwanese style, at least my Taiwanese style, but salt and black pepper work perfectly fine. At the halfway point, so about 7 to 8 minutes into the air frying, we'll shake up the mushrooms, and you can see here that they've reduced in size quite a bit. We're just going to spray oil on any dry starch spots that we see because we don't want to be munching on dry starch. Not very tasty in my opinion. Back to cooking in the air fryer for about 7 minutes or until golden brown and crispy. For cooking the basil, we have a couple options here. First option is to toss the basil in the air fryer during the last minute of cooking. This will result in a more crispy basil leaf. Then take everything out and sprinkle the spice mix over the mushrooms and basil. The second option, which is the one I actually prefer, is to toss the finished mushrooms, basil, and spice mix in a pan over low heat just to wilt the basil so it's soft. I just feel like you can taste the anise licorice flavor of the basil more this way. I mean, the basil doesn't get crispy, but that flavor though. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Trying to eat more vegetables these days to stay healthy. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure to hit that subscribe button for more Asian style recipes. I do like to sprinkle some other like American, Mexican, or Italian style cooking on our channel every once in a while too, because well, I like to eat that type of food. So stay tuned and we'll see you guys next time.